Hey everyone, this is Coach Robert, and today I messed up my Leela Chess installation on my personal machine. So I'm using that as an excuse to show you guys how you can get the machine learning computer engine Leela Chess on your home machine. So let's get into it. The first thing that you should do when you're trying to install this engine is go to the website where you can download it. So that's this GitHub page. I will put the link in the description. And you come down here, and you should keep in mind what software you're going to be using to load Leela Chess. But the first thing that matters is what operating system you're running. So on this part of my machine, I'm running Windows. So I'm looking for a Leela Chess installer that has Windows in the name. And I'm also planning to use Leela Chess with my graphics card. And the reason for that is that Leela Chess's strength compared to stockfish, which is great, or any of the other chess engines that existed before Leela, is that it uses the graphics card in a unique way. If you don't have a decent graphics card, and if you don't have a dedicated graphics card at all, you should not be using Leela Chess. It will perform worse than the analytical engines that use an equation to evaluate the position. The strength of Leela Chess comes from its neural network, and you need the dedicated graphics card in order to harness that power. So you can already turn around if you don't have those prerequisites, but if you do, you're in luck. So for me, I'm running Windows 10, and I'm hoping to load Leela Chess into my Chessbase 14, but you can load Leela Chess into Skid or whatever other chess software you like. So anyway, we're going to click on one of these. And I tried this one initially, the one that ends in CUDA or CUDA, whatever. But because my graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, which is a couple years old, it wasn't compatible. This one's a little bit stronger and more recent. So I went for this smaller, like rinky-dink cousin of this one, which is the NODLL version. So I clicked that and I installed it, which would look something like this. You click it, it's going to give you a dialog box. You should save it in a directory of your choice. I like to save it under my Chessbase, and I created a whole new folder for it, hence the LC0 new. Well, actually, for this one, I used LC0, CUD, and N for compatibility because I tried the other one and it didn't work. So I went in here and I saved it, and it's going to come out as a zip. You can see this is the zip version of that thing that I just downloaded. And we're going to go there and extract that after we're done, right? So we download it, and since I already did that, I'm going to cancel. And let's go to that page. All right, let's see. So I go to my documents and Chessbase, and then the compatibility folder that I made that I just showed you. And so the zip file's here. So you're going to right-click that, do extract all, and that's going to make a folder with the same name, but no zip. So we go into that one. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to download a neural network to go with it. So it comes with one. So if you're feeling especially lazy, you can just run it that way. But I'll have you know that the default neural network is selected for compatibility. So I think that if you have a strong machine, which is probably why you would be using LC0 in the first place, right? You have a good graphics card, you have a fast computer, you just don't want to use your CPU for this. You're going to want to download a Neuralnet that's a little bit better. So you should read down here on this list. I think that you should pick a neural net that is a balance of size and what you select it for. I mean, like what your purpose is. So for me, I'm trying to analyze games. I'm not trying to play with the Leela Chess engine. That would be weird, at least for me. Some people like to play with engine assistance on platforms where that's allowed, but I'm just not one of those people. So I just came down here and I clicked this one. It's the current main run. So this means it's the most recent Leela Chess network that you can download. And when you download a good network, which is usually a bigger network, it's going to give Leela Chess a better idea of what the different directions any position can take, because it finds connections between your position and positions that have a known evaluation. So you want a bigger network. So the bigger the better, but it has to be compatible on your computer. So I picked this one. So I click download there. That would look something like this. Click it. It's going to take you here. I click this one at the top. The one right below, the one that has an ELO. and the download link. So I just click that link, and I downloaded it, and I put it in the same place as Leela Chess, right? So you can see that I'm going to my folder where I had this thing. I went into the folder where Leela Chess lives, and I saved it here. And you can see it has the same name. It says waits, run, blah, blah, blah. And I already did that, so it's already in the folder. So now that it lives in the same place as Leela, we're like already nearly done with this process. Easy, huh? Well, it's easy when someone else did the debugging for you. And hopefully you don't run into any issues. So the next thing that we do is we mosey on down to our favorite chess GUI. For me, that's Chessbase 14 because I already have it and I'm too broke to update. So please donate, click, and subscribe. But anyway, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open a board, right? So you might be in Chessbase without a board open. That's not where you want to be. You want to open a board and you want to go to Create UCI Engine under the Home tab, right? So we click that. And what we want to do here is select not just the engine's executable file, but we also want to give it some appropriate parameters. So I'm also going to give you a suggestion for how to set it up for your greatest viewing pleasure. So you click the three dots here, and you should navigate to that same folder that you were working in before. You can see I'm already there. This is our, I'm just backing up to show you. So it's our Leela Chess 0, CUDDN for compatibility. Go in here, go into that folder, and find lc0.exe. That's your file that you want. This is something that Chessbase is going to call and run within Chessbase for you. And it'll give you the output in that nice way that you're probably used to if you use Fritz or Stockfish or whatever. So you select that bad boy, you open it, and so you can see now its path is there. So Chessbase is like, yes, I know where it lives. That's good. It populates the name. You can't change the front of the name because Chessbase is peculiar about that, but you can change the end of the name. So you can change it to whatever you like. You could add something special, like you call it, like Coach Robert helped me do this, something like that. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to clutter my engine workspace. But the other thing that's important before you finish off here is click parameters. This is going to give you a big messy menu that makes sense to computer nerds, but probably not us. And I have two suggestions. Number one, unlike conventional engines, Leela Chess works better with exactly 2 threads, maybe 4 threads, but I think 2 for any machine that you would probably be using. So 2 threads, and the reason is because it's using this neural network. More threads is not necessarily better. That can lead to more overhead time on the back end. So you don't want that. You don't want your engine to run slow because you have too many threads. It's like too many cooks in the pot when it comes to Leela Chess. For Stockfish, more threads is better. It means more guys are looking at more things at the same time. Not true for Leela Chess. So you want to set threads to 2. That's good. Threads is like your CPUs. And the other thing that I think you might want to do, just in good taste, is that down here under score type, you should do sent upon with draw score. The reason is that I think Leela Chess thinks in terms of whether or not you can steer into a winning, losing, or drawing position. And the way that it evaluates the position itself is with a draw score. It's like an average of the results that you could get from that position. So I like to keep it expressed as sent upon with draw score, as opposed to like +1 or +2 or -3, the way that Stockfish or Fritz are accustomed to representing the evaluation. And it's pretty easy to understand too, because it'll say like plus X%, meaning white wins this percent of the time, minus this percent, meaning black wins this amount, and the amount in the middle, that's your draw percent. So I think that's also kind of a good way to think about chess positions as well. So anyway, I already did all this. So next I'm going to show you what happens. So you would save that, click OK, and then here the next step is to go add kibitzer. And I would want to make this your main engine. But I also want to suggest that you use Leela Chess together with Stockfish. The reason is that Stockfish performs better in situations where there's a long forced line, because it doesn't rely on the neural networks. It just does like a brute force calculation. And when there are not that many branches in what could happen in the position, when the play is very forcing, Stockfish will perform better. But Leela Chess performs much better in positions where there are many moves that are all similarly good to each other. It's good at picking out which moves tend to lead to a better position over time. So I like to run both of them at the same time. Stockfish I would use like 2 or more threads because it does better with more threads. And Leela Chess I would use only 2 all the time. Anyway, so here we are. I named mine Intuition Compatibility. I named it Compatibility because I had to choose this slightly worse neural net in order to make it run on my computer. And I use Leela Chess for the intuitive aspect of chess because it works in positions with many possible continuations, not forcing lines. So anyway, I've already set up everything. All the parameters are picked. So next I just click OK. It loads it, and then here we are. Up here in the top right part, this is Leela Chess running. You can see its name, 2 CPUs are going, and it gives the evaluation. Actually here, it's showing white's clearly winning, but that's just because I picked the wrong score type. I want it to be sent upon withdraw score. So once I've selected that, you can see it says the position's equal. It gives plus 53% for white in the top line, minus 17% for black in the lower line, 61% in this line. And the more you let it run, the more it's able to explore its neural net and make some good decisions for you. Anyway, I hope you guys like that, and I hope that Leela Chess works really well for you. If you have any questions about like best practice or anything about these engines or chess, just look around on my channel or drop me a comment. I will definitely get back to you. All right, until next time, take care, everyone.